Stephen, the Broken Arrow Police Department and Broken Arrow Public Schools are teaming up to host a forum on human trafficking next week. We're joined now by Broken Arrow Police Chief Brandon Berryhill and Broken Arrow Public Schools Director of Secondary Education, Sharon to talk a little bit about it. Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
First of all, human trafficking, it's a tough and scary topic to talk about, but an important one. Chief, let's start with you. Why is it important to host a forum like this?
So there's been a lot of information. It's been a hot topic for, a long time now. And we felt it was important to take what's out there and contextualize that into what it looks like in a suburb like Broken Arrow, any city our size. Because, there's movies about it, people read stories about it, and what goes on in another country and what goes on in New York or LA is different from here. And we want to make sure we're arming parents with the information of what they can do to keep their kids safe here in Broken Arrow.
Speaking of kids, Sharon, is that kind of why you guys wanted to partner up with the police department to host a forum like this?
Yeah, absolutely. I think as the risks to our students evolve, we as a district have to evolve. And so the partnership with the police department, Broken Arrow, and with Chief Berryhill allows us to know what to look for, how to support our parents, so that at the end of the day, our students are healthy, they're safe, and that we can support parents to also understand what's at risk.
What are some of the things you want parents and kids to know?
I think, first of all, we really kind of bear down on social media and those apps that are not safe for our students. We also just want parents to understand, like, if there's certain things you're looking for, if you're missing school a lot, if a student's not wanting to attend, if they just struggle to make connections and are isolating themselves, then I think it's time for them to kind of stop and visit with their students and check in with their kiddos.
Chief, you kind of touched on it. Human trafficking, we hear that word, we immediately cling to the movies out there like Taken, for example.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's not what human trafficking looks like in a suburb of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. What does it look like, and what do you want parents and kids to know?
So we'll have representatives from the Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics, the Demand Project, a couple of detectives that work for us, a representative from the Muskogee Creek Nation, and from the schools. And we want them to understand that really what we see is internet enticement. Now, each speaker is going to go from a macro view and say what they see on a state level and national level. And I've asked all the panelists to take that and really boil that down to what does it look like in a suburb. And the audience is parents. We want parents to know what to look for, the signs to look for, and what they can do to be more proactive. This is something that, safety doesn't happen from osmosis, and we would rather prevent something than prosecute someone later.
I think people a lot of times don't want to believe that this is happening in their communities and stuff, but the reality of it is these predators are literally in your living room on your kids' phones. How terrifying is that, and how much do you want to drive that message to parents?
So kids have no expectation of privacy in the house with the parents. Just like you would not allow your kid to say, you can't come in my room. Social media is the same way, and parents need to understand that it's not just Facebook and Twitter and all those other things. There's chat rooms and video games, and parents need to be in tune with who's talking to their kids. You wouldn't let a stranger come up and talk to your kid out on the street. It's happening on their smart devices all the time.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much both for being here.
Thank you.
If you want to attend, the Trafficking Forum is this coming Monday, March 4th at Central on Main in the Rose District. The doors open at 6 o'clock and the forum begins at 6:30. Come on out. Thank you guys so much.